Okay, at this time I'd like to introduce Lauren, who's the CEO of Lush.
Good afternoon everyone, my name is Lauren Odoi, that's Odoi spelled O-D-D-O-Y-E, and I am the CEO of Lush Limited. This morning the Chinese government has informed Lush that they had become aware of an illegal store, Lush store, in Beijing. The products from this store have been seized and will be tested on animals subsequently, as according to Chinese law. We know at this time that at least 6 individuals were involved in the store. An employee from Lush London, Brent Cross, is currently under investigation in connection with the incidents. First of all, as the CEO, I would like to say that Lush is dedicated to the fight against animal testing. And we do not sell our products in countries where it is required by law for products to be tested on animals. This does not run parallel with our vision of a world without animal testing. So we would like to reassure our clients that Lush do not test our products on animals. We also did not authorize the opening of this store in Beijing. And though we are deeply saddened that our products will now be tested on animals, we are cooperating with the Chinese authorities to make sure that this never happens again. Lush is taking its own steps to make sure it doesn't happen again. We have implemented some new regulations for customers. Customers will not be allowed to bulk buy items, which is part of what contributed to the new store being set up. The same regulation will be imposed on staff also to make sure that staff cannot contribute to such an activity. In addition, staff will be given authority to reject suspicious sales where they feel it may be contributing to such activities. And any Lush staff that are found to be involved, Lush will then take appropriate action to make sure that our view and vision of the world without animal cruelty is not compromised by them. We hope at this time that our customers will continue to stand with us and support us, and that they will continue to help us in our efforts to end animal testing, full stop. Thank you. I will take any questions at this time.
Yeah. Approximately how many products were out in China?
I can't say at this time. Unfortunately, the investigation is still fairly new. However, as I said before, we are fully cooperating with the Chinese government and the authorities that are investigating this. As soon as we get that information, we will relay it on to you.
Is the same thing not happening in another country?
At this time, we are not aware of it happening in any other country. We have been aware in the past of this happening in China, although on very small scales, and we were able to overcome that fairly easily. We have never been aware of anything happening on quite so large a scale as this, although we're still unclear on the details of exactly how large it was. However, as I said, Lush is dedicated to the fight against animal testing, and we are now implementing new regulations to make sure that this never happens again.
Why are you allowing the Chinese government to test your products on animals?
Well, usually we do not allow our products to be sold in China because this is the Chinese law, that once any cosmetic product is sold in China, it can be seized and tested on animals. Beforehand, it should also be tested on animals, which is why we do not sell in China at all. So at this point, now that our products are in China, we no longer have control over that. The Chinese government are by law allowed to test our products on animals. Again, we are deeply saddened by this, but we do want to cooperate with this investigation to make sure that something like this never happens again.
So by allowing them to test on animals, you can't say that your products have never been tested on animals.
We cannot say that that particular batch of products have never been tested on animals. We can say that we have never tested our products on animals. We are working very hard to make sure that third parties do not test our products on animals, which is why we are now implementing these new regulations. And we're even looking for further ways to improve our security when it comes to fighting against animal testing. And we hope that our customers will continue to support us in this.
you have any expectation that this kind of problem would ever happen in China?
We have been aware of individuals engaging in this sort of activity in the past, but as I said before, we have been able to stamp that out. I believe the reason that this incident is more shocking than most is because one of our own staff members is now under investigation. As I said before though, we have implemented new regulations that also apply to our staff members, and we're going to be more thorough in implementing those sort of rules and regulations to make sure that this doesn't happen again.
Okay, good.
Thank you very much for your time today.